Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Aronoff, and I am looking into how the microbiome can be affected when we are children. One of the topics that I found interesting was that the microbiome can be affected by the lifetime antibiotic use, specifically in preschool children. Overall, the study showed that early life antibiotic use is associated with the increased risk for metabolic and immunological diseases, as well as a disrupted microbiome. There is a shift depletion of actinobacteria, an increase in bacteroidetes and proteobacteria, a decrease in bile salt hydrolase, and an increase in macrolide resistance. Macrolide use in early development can increase the risk for asthma and predisposes weight gain. Penicillins can leave a weaker marker on the microbiota than macrolides. There is a wide variety of markers of how the microbiome can be affected with pharmaceutical prescription drugs, specifically in preschool children. The research conducted in this study was to understand the intestinal microbiota composition with the use of antibiotics in children, focusing on groups with fecal samples obtained by 236 children aged from 2 to 7-year-olds who all attended daycare at the time. The groups were based on antibiotic use. One group had not consumed antibiotics for 2 years and less. The second group are those whose total lifetime antibiotic use was less than 1 course per year on average, with a 7-month span of samples being taken. The pattern figured that regardless of previous antibiotic exposure, the macrolides set the microbiota to a certain state. They also came to a finding that asthma, allergic dermatitis, or parent-reported allergies can belong to the actinobacteria, which is associated with macrolide use. Therefore, this can be strongly affected by antibiotics. Early life antibiotic use is associated with different health outcomes because the use of macrolides can increase asthma and obesity. Macrolides can affect a child's body in quite a few different ways if they aren't taken seriously enough. Overall, macrolide use in childhood is associated with long-term distortions in the composition, function, and antibiotic resistance of the intestinal microbiota. The use of penicillin type of antibiotics aren't associated with large microbiome functional or compositional changes in the microbiota. If a child received a full antibiotic course, it can take longer for a full recovery of the microbiota compared to the average interval course, being 1.8 to 1.5 courses per year. When antibiotics are used frequently, the microbiota doesn't have enough time to recover, and the antibiotic-associated microbiota composition can continue. Basically, macrolide use alters the microbiota in a way that disrupts the healthy immune system development, which can lead to hyper-responsiveness in susceptible individuals. Macrolide use is associated with the microbiota characteristics that are associated with the risk of immunological and metabolic diseases, including obesity. Macrolide use can also increase the resistance of macrolides in the microbiota, overall affecting the development of children. Children are affected by the use of macrolides in a not-so-positive manner, compromising the health development of the immune system and metabolism. This is a basic understanding of how the microbiome can be affected when we are children, mainly focusing on macrolide use. Thank you.